Bitcoin is breaking down, and we have seen a loss of the most important support line in the history of Bitcoin. We have seen Bitcoin compressing for the last weeks here, but right now Bitcoin is breaking down, and this could end up really bad for the Bitcoin holders. Because with that, the Wyckoff distribution is in play perfectly here, and we all predicted this move towards the downside before it even happened, with a open trade with approximately $11,000 in a profit. I will deep dive into every single detail about this trading setup, but first of all, I would really appreciate you guys to follow me over on X, and most importantly to subscribe over on my YouTube channel and like this daily update video if you love those updates. And let's dive right away into the content for now. Because Bitcoin has been breaking 14-year-old support here. This support line has been created since 2013, and ever so slightly, Bitcoin got bounced and supported by it so many times. Until now, because Bitcoin has been breaking this 14-year-old support line. And the thing that is worrying me even more is that every single time the bear market bottom was created around this support line, every single time here in 2015, here in 2022 and 2020, we have seen the perfect move, the perfect bear market towards this support line. And right now, we have been breaking this line towards the downside, so there is no support below us where we can end up with the bear market. And this is really bad. And do I think that Bitcoin could see some more momentum towards the downside? Yes. We could see a little relief rally towards the top side, but I really think, and that's also the problem of this old support line here. We have been getting supported by this line, but we broke it towards the downside, and that means that this support has been flipped into resistance. And I really think that if Bitcoin can pump towards this point, we will see further move coming for Bitcoin. And that is what I am worrying about right now. Also, if you look at the lower time frame, we have been talking about this compression a lot. And I said the longer this is gonna take, the bigger the breakout will be. What are we currently seeing? Bitcoin is dumping from off this compression pattern further on towards the downside. I said yesterday, if we lose this support towards the downside, we will probably see Bitcoin dumping further on towards the downside, towards those levels here. If Bitcoin is tend to break further on towards the upside, we can see some bullish momentum entering the market once again. But right now we have been breaking down, and this is really bad for the Bitcoin price, because we will probably see targets at the $78,000. But most importantly here is that Bitcoin is completing the Wyckoff distribution here perfectly. We have been seeing this whole scene playing out perfectly here. And the last thing we missed here was a down move for Bitcoin. And the targets of this compression and the Wyckoff distribution is laying around the $75,000 mark. And with that, Bitcoin could dump an extra 5% from of the point we are in right now. This is not bullish and not what we want to see for Bitcoin. But we were predicting this move towards the downside because we opened up a short position right at the top, right over here. Perfectly, we hit the best order possible here. And with that, the Bitcoin price started to rally on further on towards the downside. But what am I planning to do next with my trade? Right now, I'm 11 grand in a profit, which is massive. But I don't think Bitcoin is entering a area of support where we will see further movement towards the upside getting created. I really think this is just the start of the move further on towards the downside. With that, my plan is still the same for Bitcoin. I have opened up 2 limit orders on the top side here with 5 Bitcoin and 4 Bitcoin. If Bitcoin manages to get supported by this area right over here, I will wait and enter with even a bigger amount of money in this trade. But I really think the scenario we are currently seeing here is that Bitcoin will dump further on towards the downside from of this point. And with that, we could see targets of approximately $75,000 here. That is exactly aligning with the target we are seeing on the Wyckoff distribution and we are seeing with this compression breakdown. If that happens, I will lock in 25 grand in a profit here, which is just massive. That is where I am aiming for. If Bitcoin get bullish momentum from of this point, I will be entering and even opening up triple of my size I am in a trade right now. And if Bitcoin is tend to get bearish from of that point, I will even make more with this trade. So for now, the market doesn't look really good. Of course, we have that 14-year-old support getting broken. This is not something that will determine the bearish or the bullish structure on Bitcoin in the upcoming weeks here. But one thing is for sure, that this is not really good for the Bitcoin price. Even if we pump towards that 130K mark here, we will probably see a rejection from of that old support here within the next days if we hit the $130,000 here. Of course, we have been talking about this Wyckoff distribution before it played out. Nobody was talking about it. Right now it is perfectly playing out as well. And with that, we have some really big trades running right now. And the most beautiful part about this trade is I have shared this one before the first limit order even got hit here. I shared this trade in my free Telegram group and over on my YouTube channel in my daily update videos. So I would recommend you guys to follow me over on X, to subscribe over on my YouTube channel, and to join the free Telegram group with the first link in the description. Because I've been sharing this trade before it even happened, and the whole community is printing with me with this trade. And right now everyone is running in a profit, and that is exactly how we do it here right over on my YouTube channel. So please make sure to join me over on those socials as well. What we can see is that again, the Fed just announced an emergency injection of approximately $7.6 billion. This will happen today before the market opened. And this is really bad for the economy, but actually really good for Bitcoin. Why? Money is getting pumped in the economy, but it needs an end destination. And if money is getting pushed and injected in the economy, people will have more money to spend, and eventually they will put it back into risk assets like Bitcoin. So right now, of course, the chart looks very, very bearish in the upcoming days, in my opinion. But on the longer term, things are just getting better for Bitcoin. Money is getting injected in the economy, will probably move towards risk assets, which could flow into crypto and Bitcoin. And with that, that is a really bullish sign for Bitcoin on the longer term time frame. Of course, I'm still very, very bullish on Bitcoin on the longer term, but for now, it's just a bit more bearish sentiment. And with that, nobody believed me, but right now I'm in an 11 grand profit on my trade. So sometimes it is good to not be that bullish on Bitcoin and just look at the chart, what we are currently seeing, because that ended up in an 11 grand profit from of this point. Ending with that, I would really appreciate you guys to follow me over on X and to subscribe over on my YouTube channel and like this daily update video. And with that, I would love to see you tomorrow by a brand new Crypto Daily Update video.